Hi guys, today we'll review the Onikuma CW911 Gaming Mouse. We'll discuss everything about this mouse, from its specifications to our personal experience using it. Upon opening the box, it only contains two items, the user manual and the mouse itself. Like the title says, it's a budget gaming mouse. The CW911 is priced around 500 pesos to 600 pesos. I bought this mouse last December and the purchase price was 569 pesos. Sometimes it varies depending on the promotions of online shops like Lazada or Shopee. Now let's discuss the specifications and my experience using the mouse. The Onikuma CW911 boasts its Insta725F laser sensor. To be honest, there are a lot of discussions whether the laser mice are much better than the optical counterpart. Some say that the laser mice are great, while others say the optical mice reign supreme. How about you? What do you prefer? Let me know what you think by putting a comment below. Meanwhile, its inches per second is 100 and its acceleration is 20G. It's pretty low compared to some well-known gaming mice. Well, it's a budget gaming mouse, so don't expect higher specifications. When it comes to mouse sensitivity, the mouse has 1200 dpi up to 7200 dpi setting. Also, each dpi setting has its own lighting effect. 1200 is yellow, blue is 1600, pink is 2400, green is 3200, red is 4800, and lastly, cyan is 7200. The initial DPI of the mouse is pretty high because it starts at 1200. Most budget gaming mice today starts at 800 or even lower. For users who prefer lower mouse sensitivity, this mouse is not for you. There are other budget gaming mice out there which have lower DPI settings compared to this mouse. Also, I don't know if there are any software which you can download and set DPI settings because my antivirus is blocking the Onikuma's download site. So for this part, I cannot show it to you. In terms of the buttons, there are 8 buttons available in this mouse. The 7th and 8th buttons can be found at the bottom of it. The sliding button at the bottom is for the fan switch, and the other button is for the RGB lighting or the lighting button. And yes, you heard it right. This mouse has a fan, just like the CPU fans we see in our computers but smaller. To be honest, this is the first time I see a mouse with a fan. At first, I was confused. What is the fan for? Is it just for the design? When the mouse arrived, I immediately tested it because I was really confused about the fan. After using it for days, I realized that the purpose of the fan is for cooling the mouse. It gets warm if you leave it idle for hours with the RGB lighting turned on. Also, if you use it for long hours in gaming, it gets warm as well. So turning the fan on will reduce the temperature of the mouse. Now, why does the mouse get warm? This is because of the RGB lighting that surrounds the bottom of the mouse. Most gaming mice today, the RGB is found at the tail or at the back of the mouse. Onikuma radicalized the design of the CW911 and made its RGB lighting even more noticeable by covering the mouse edges. By the way, you can turn off the RGB lighting by pressing and holding the DPI button for 3 seconds or more. The CW911 utilizes PTFE mouse gates and I was surprised when I first used it. Gliding it on my pad feels like an expensive gaming mouse. It's smooth and light when you use the mouse. To be honest, this is one of the reasons why I love it. In terms of the lift of distance, it's around 4 to 5 millimeters. For some gamers, this is important, while for others, it's irrelevant. This mouse is a wired gaming mouse and its cable length is 1.5 meters. When using a mouse with a bungee, you will not feel any hindrances when gliding sideways. However, when going forward, you will feel the hardness of the cable. And this is what I don't like, the hardness of the cable. I still prefer softer cable, especially when you use the mouse in competitive gaming. Now, let's discuss the physical appearance of the mouse. This mouse is an ambidextrous gaming mouse with right-hand preference. Also, it has an ergonomic design which is great for heavy usage. In my experience, I did not feel any discomfort even after using it for hours. In terms of grip types, I can easily palm it or use the fingertip style. However, I'm having a hard time using it with the claw grip. When it comes to aesthetics, the mouse boasts its honeycomb top shell. Also, if you look at the sides of the mouse, you'll see some fan-like engravings. I think Onikuma made this on purpose to replace side grips. But I'm not a fan of engravings, I still prefer side grips. Like I said in my past videos, I like bigger side buttons because you can easily fill them with just a twitch of your thumb. Another thing I like about this mouse is the mouse wheel. It doesn't wobble when you scroll, unlike most budget gaming mice today. As for the actuation force of the switches, there is no information about it as well as the switches. But when you click it, you can feel the little resistance. For me, it's nothing because you'll rarely feel the resistance when you use it every day, or in short, you'll get used to it. Now here's the sound of the buttons when clicking. I suggest you put your headphones on to hear it properly. The CW911 is advertised as a lightweight gaming mouse. The weight of the mouse is 66 grams without the cable. For me, 66 grams is great. Weight is really a factor, especially if you're using it in competitive games like Valorant. As for the colorway, the CW911 comes in two colorways. These are black and white. Overall, it's a good mouse. So far, after using it for almost 4 months, I haven't had any issues in gaming or in daily usage. If we're going to grade this mouse, I'll give it a grade of 7 out of 10. To be honest, it exceeded my expectations. It's a great mouse for its price. The cable issue is manageable as well as the side grips. As for the RGB, I still prefer putting it at the back of the mouse. If you're looking for a gaming mouse under $12 or 600 pesos, this mouse is for you. And that's it guys, we've reached the end part now. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. Till our next, goodbye.